Hello and welcome to the Strong House. So, I thought for today's episode it would be cool to go through some of what my clients have been up to this week. So, I've got quite a lot going on with coaching at the minute. It is the Arnold's next weekend, and I've got 3 athletes competing there. And then in just a few weekends' time, it is UK's Strongest Natty. And I've got 2 athletes there. I've also just got some other bits and pieces going on, and my own training's not that interesting right now. So instead of just talking about me all the time, I thought I'd talk about some of my amazing clients today. So up first, we have got Alice Morgan hitting a 90 kilo axle for 2. So any of you who've followed Alice have probably known that she has always been super strong. It's just her overhead has lagged a little bit. We've been working super hard on that over the last few months. We've really stripped it back. We've changed her rack position slightly. We've made quite a few changes. She has hit a 90 kilo axle in the past. But I think that hitting it for reps at this point in prep was a bit of a pipe dream for Alice. I knew she was capable of it, but it's just there's been a lot of mental battles that we've had to overcome there, and it's just awesome to see it all coming together. She's looking super strong for the Arnold across every event, and I'm really excited to see what she can do in the lineup. Stop that, please. Up next, we've got Becca Joshy, who's competing in the novice category. So here she is this week on her peak week deadlift set, pulling 117 kilos for 11 reps. So just 2.5 kilos off comp weight. So Becky came to me a really strong girl anyway. We've done a lot of work on sort of building up her endurance, building up her skill base, and just trying to make her a little bit more well-rounded. I'm really pleased with the package that we've been able to put together with the time that we've had for comp and with some of the personal issues that Becky's had going on during this time as well. And I think she's going to have a really good time next weekend. Also in that category, we have got Shantel Davies, who's also going to be competing in the novices. She is also looking super ready for this comp. So here she is, absolutely smashing a Husafal fixed, looking incredibly dialed in. We've really done a lot of work on building up sort of confidence on the approach and minimising the faff on the pick of the bag, because she's strong enough to one motion that pick. So it's just a matter of repeating that until it's something that she can do 100% of the time confidently. And I feel that we're there now. We've got a really consistent package, really. She's not really got a weak event. She might think otherwise, but she's not really got a weak event amongst the 5. I'm actually really excited to see what she does beyond this competition as well, because I do think that there is a home for her as a lightweight, natural, strong woman, should she decide she wants it. Very promising athlete. So up next we've got Shal, who is prepping for the under 57s natural UKs. This week she managed to shoulder the 70 kilo rubber stone for a couple of reps, so this has been something that has evaded her the last few times this event's come up, and she's finally cracked it this week. She got the stone around a month ago. Week 1, we just built on confidence getting it off the floor. Week 2, we worked on getting it to the lap. Week 3, we worked on extensions. And week 4, we got it to the shoulder. So it was a very step-by-step progression. And I thought that if we did it that way, she'd sort of build familiarisation at each point, and wouldn't sort of feel shocked or scared when she did eventually get it onto her chest on week 4. It paid off really well. I think that she does still want to dial it. I think that knowing Shell, she's going to want to be repping that before the competition, but it's a really promising start, and I can't wait to see her take on that event alongside the circus dumbbell. And then speaking of circus dumbbells, also prepping for that competition, we have got Bex Jackson, who will be competing in the heavyweight masters. So Bex is very strong on the stone to shoulder. She's lightly capable of doing the heavy stone. However, dumbbell is a bit of a weakness, so we are going to have to be going for the 30 and 60 kilo weight combination. She is still yet to press a 30 kilo dumbbell, but this week we did manage 3 consistent reps with 27, which 4 weeks ago was just looking like it was going to be impossible. So I think at the point where we are with Bex now, she's got peace of mind that she may not get the rep, but she's really pleased with the progress that she's sort of made the last few weeks trying, and I think that 30 kilo dumbbell will fall, if not at this competition, then very shortly after. And then moving on to a few of my clients who aren't prepping for comps right now but are equally as fantastic. So here we have got Lydia front squatting 105 kilos for one of the easiest looking triples you've ever seen, for a huge PB. It looks to me and probably to you like she could put another 10 to 15 kilos on that bar and get it anyway. I just thought it was a nice one to share, even though it looks so sillily easy and like an everyday set. I thought it was important to say and share just because Lydia has come such a long way in terms of her confidence that she's got in her sessions and her belief in her own abilities. She had some very strange ideas about things, and I think she's had some mixed experience with different coaches and she's had lots of mixed messages. And I think what she actually just needed was someone who was happy to communicate with her on a slightly deeper level and get to the bottom of what was going on. I feel like I've been that person for it, and I'm very proud of the progress we've made, not just with the front squat, but with the deadlift, with her overhead, across the board, just looking so much more consistent and with a much, much better mindset. And last but not least, we have got Flick Fisher, who's one of my new starters this month. I challenged her this week with pressing a 13-inch log, as she's looking very, very comfortable with a slimmer log, but she's never actually attempted a bigger one. And here we have her first attempts. As you can see, very easy, very comfortable. There is a little bit of work to do on the rack position and just sort of increasing that tension in the upper body to keep that log still and secure, but more than strong enough. Absolutely more than strong enough, and the technical stuff will come over the next few weeks. So a really good week for the team. There's been loads more, but I just can't fit it all into one video. If you enjoyed this, please let me know and I will make it a weekly episode. So thanks, bye.